No problem. Just want to see. Just want to see.
No, no, no.
No? Okay. Okay. Good morning from the slow, quiet, paced city of Vientiane, Laos, guys. It's a beautiful Sunday morning here in Laos. Not Laos, Lao. I gotta get that right. Sometimes I make that mistake. You can hear how quiet and slow paced it is. Even in the middle of the city, guys. This is literally like the tourist area. And this is how it pretty much is throughout the whole day. Doesn't really change. You can see people are going about their day, buying some food. I said it in my last video, in my first impressions of Vientiane, but this is literally, this city is a mixture of Vietnam, Thailand, and Myanmar. And it makes sense because it's sandwiched in the middle of all of those countries. And really when you walk around you feel that because of this like old French architecture. Obviously the French were here, they colonized it for many years, so you have the French architecture, you have the temples, and the streets and the vibe is just Sabaidi. No, just walking. Thank you. Thank you. But today's just gonna be a nice fun video where we just kind of walk around and explore this wealthy district, and maybe we'll run into some other stuff too, you know. You never know what happens on Myer Travels. Anything can happen. Here's a little park as I was walking. I've seen a lot of these little parks around Vientiane where people can just come and walk. There's little fountains running. Also a very nice vibe. You approach the Sisatana district that I was talking about, you start to see these beautiful houses. Now this particular one, look how nice it is. This is actually the embassy of Brunei. Shout out to Brunei. The Bruneian people have shown me so much love and support. So shout out to the Brunei, but very beautiful. Look at this. I don't know if I can get closer and show you guys how beautiful this is. The embassy of Brunei Darussalam has like this pink and blue color, very old looking building, but they've updated it. Absolutely beautiful, man. Just smack dab here in the middle of the road. Another thing, walking here is also such a pleasure because people don't drive too crazy. There's no traffic, so you don't have like these angry mad drivers. You can just walk around. People stop for pedestrians, which is also a rare occurrence in Southeast Asia. And yeah, it's just such a pleasure walking on these streets. The streets are nice and wide and open. So just some things that I'm noticing as I walk along. Palais Presidential. This is the presidential palace. My French isn't great, but I'm pretty sure that's what that means. And look how beautiful it is. I don't want to get too close. I don't know if I'll get in trouble, but that is the presidential palace, guys. And stunning. Absolutely stunning. It's an older building. I love this older Franco-inspired architecture, but updated, obviously. And if you notice, a lot of the signs in Lao are written in French. And that's because at one time, this was known as French Indochina. French Indochina, because the French colonized this place in the late 1800s, I believe. And it wasn't until after World War II that the Laotian people, along with the Vietnamese and everybody, were able to fight off the French and gain independence. Though the French were kicked out after World War II, you see these white walls here. This whole thing goes all the way down there, all the way over there. This is all the French embassy, residence, Sabaidi. And you can see how huge it is. It spans like 2 blocks, 3 blocks, city blocks. So they still have a presence here, that's for sure. These guys just cleaning up the road on this Sunday morning. Bye, D. Now we're officially entering that quote-unquote wealthy district where the rich people kind of live, the rich people of Laos. And you can see the streets are lined with trees. They're nice and wide open, and they're nice and paved. It's always different where there's money, you know. Got a nice beautiful hospital here. I'm sure only people with, you know, good amount of money can afford to get healthcare here. To me, it's always interesting to see how the rich live, especially in a country that's always known for its poverty. And yeah, I just figured you guys might be interested as well. You start seeing Porsches, which I haven't seen yet until I just got to this district. You'll start seeing nicer cars. Laos is a Buddhist country, so you see so many beautiful temples. This isn't the main temple in this area, but this is just one of them. Not sure what the name is, but it's stunning. People buy these flowers and things like that to place them at the temples that are around here. Bye, D. Sabay 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 bo. How are you? Good? Say hello YouTube. Bye bye. So this right here is the main temple in the area. Bye D. Bye D. Ani, what simong? Okay. Kopjai. Look how beautiful this is. You can come here and visit this temple. Just love to see like the beautiful architecture of these temples. So peaceful when you walk into. Obviously I don't go inside because I'm not worshiping, but you can see people are inside making their tidings. I don't want to disturb anybody when they're doing their worship, but it's pretty big. So in this bougie area of Sisatanak, there's this hotel, Green Park Boutique Hotel, and has like their little campus here with a coffee shop. So I need to get coffee, guys. I've been meaning to do that and I haven't done it. There's this place called B Coffee, etc. Very nice little hotel here. Let's go inside and get some coffee, maybe a bite to eat as well. Less is more. Beautiful. Sabay Sabay coffee menu. Oh yeah, okay. Can I just sit down? Okay, thank you. Got a nice places to sit here. Beautiful cafe. Let's see what they got to eat. Oh, this looks good. Smoked salmon mascarpone bagel for 139. That's not cheap. Got my coffee, guys. Let's try it out. Wow. It's actually really, really good. I don't think I've had a bad coffee in Laos yet. I've had a few and they're all been good. I think the cafe culture is very strong here because, you know, they have the French influence. So also many countries around here grow coffee. So, and I think Laos does too, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, so far I haven't had a bad coffee. This is really good as well. Got my bagel with smoked salmon, avocado. Now this is a fancy little meal here in a cafe. Let's try this out. Some dill. It's okay. I've had better, but you know, what do you expect? This avocado is so hard. It's like you have to really chew it. Meal wasn't great, but you still got to finish it. You can't waste food. Just to let you guys know how much this cost. So it was 139,000. I know that sounds crazy. And 60,000 for the coffee, which equals 199 divided by 21,000, because $1 equals 21,000 kip, Laotian kip. So it's about $9.47, about $10. Now if you go to a local cafe, this would probably be half the price. Not sure you'd be able to even get smoked salmon and bagel, because that's not really a thing here. But yeah, if you want to have a nice little fancy cafe experience, this place is pretty cool. I would maybe try something else because the food wasn't great, but the coffee is on point for sure. You can see they're still building here. A lot of stuff like the modern area of Laos, or Vientiane. Distinctive development, new pride of Laos, world-class architecture. You know, people want that fancy stuff. You know, because of Instagram and social media, you see, everybody sees the fancy districts all around the world, and the rich crave that, even no matter where they are, you know? So this one, called the Capital Center, they're still building it though. Looks like they haven't made much progress. But here I see something. It looks like a shopping mall, like a fancy little shopping mall. So I want to see, what is it like here in Vientiane? Parkson. Parkson. Okay, I've heard Parkson before. The 92 Cigar Club. Oh, they're still building this too. That looks cool, little cigar club. But you can see that there's a vast difference between, I mean, and it's not too far from each other. You know, you look across the street, you still have those huts and small houses, and you know, it looks like a little village. And then across the street you have these fancy buildings, updated new malls, expensive cars. The rich and the poor don't live too far from each other here in Laos, and you can really see that, the divide right in your face, you know. Here's the mall. It's called Naga Mall. And one thing I've noticed about Laos is everything is written in Chinese as well. You can see the Chinese have a big influence here, and it makes you wonder, are the rich people that are here, the wealthy that are here, are they actually local Laotian people, or is it mostly Chinese that are bringing their money here? You know, the Chinese, obviously they invest in every country around here in Southeast Asia, but in Laos they have a big prevalence, and you can really see it walking through this mall. Just interesting to see. Just go check out real quick, what does a mall look like here in Vientiane, Laos? Pretty small. Looks pretty new and updated. Looks like they're still building though. A lot of stores are still unopened, not finished yet. A lot of local stuff, local brands. You don't see like luxury goods here. A lot of Chinese brands, of course. You can definitely see though there is an up and coming wealthy class here. I think it'll take time to build it, not just the structures but the actual money and people and resources. But people crave it. It's interesting because like I don't really like shopping malls and stuff, but when you come to these countries where this stuff is new for them, you know, they're still excited about it. They really want it, you know. A Starbucks, which I would never go to because there's so many good local cafes. But nice little mall though. Very new. One thing I also noticed is in countries where this like new modern luxury is a new thing, even like the cafe, like experiences like that cost so much more than even in Thailand, you know, because it's so new and getting the supplies and resources to do these things is so expensive because of taxation or whatever it may be. They have to charge you a premium, so these experiences might cost you so much less, like where I'm from back home in America or Europe or even in Thailand. But here you might pay, you know, 3 times more just for the same experience, just because it's like a new thing. Like, just to give you an idea, this is the Nike, but I don't even think it's like OG Nike. And just to show you, Tabadi, just to show you how much, let's say, a fake Yeezy would cost. Is this real? Ani, is this real? Real? Of like authentic?
บ่เข้าใจเป็นหยัง
ไม่เข้าใจ Oh, she doesn't understand what I'm saying. อันนี้เท่าไหร่
อันนี้ล้านสอง1 ล้าน2แสน
หนึ่งล้านอะไร I don't know. The number is different. How much? 1.2 million. Okay. ขอบใจ 1.2 million, which I'll share with you how much that is. So 1.2 million, guys, for that fake Yeezy. It's not real. Hello.
Hello.
Okay. Okay. Can I see? Oh, look, they got, this is Ping An EV. These are Chinese car, Chinese EV. Any Xiaomi. Look at this. Xiaomi is making cars now. Amazing. Hello. The Chinese EV market is killing it. They're making some really cool cars now. This was a cell phone company and they're now making EV cars. Very interesting. I need Todai. $46,000. Oh, not bad actually. 46,000. You get this beautiful EV car. And one charge, how long? How many km? Todai km.
เป็นยังห่างอ่ะ800ปี
That's right. So you can go 800 kilometers on a full charge, which is pretty good compared to Tesla and that stuff. About, I would say, like close to 400 miles on a full 100% charge. Very nice. So 46,000, it's not bad. Yeah, so Chinese goods obviously are going to cost less here than foreign brands. So getting like a German car, you won't see too many German cars. Like I saw a Porsche before, that was like the only one because the tax that they charge, the import tax. That's why you're gonna see a lot of cars here are Chinese cars. Like look around, you see Neta, or yeah, another Neta, Jetour. These are all Chinese brands because it's cheaper. But just to give you an idea of what the Yeezys, the fake Yeezys cost, right? 1, 2, 0. $60 for fake Yeezys, guys. That's insane. Here's another really cool Chinese car. It's called Deepal, I think. That's the name of it. Also EV. Chinese are making a lot of good EV cars. I really think they're gonna take over the EV market, if they haven't already, to be honest with you. I don't think America can keep up. You can see this is like how the locals live usually. Small, older apartment buildings. They don't even have a paved driveway. Just dirt. A far cry from what I'm about to show you. I'm going to show you some houses now and you're going to see the difference. This area you can see some beautiful houses like this one right here, right along this little, not even river, but one of the branches of the river. Beautiful house. A house like this over here will probably cost close to $1 million or more, sometimes $2 million if it's a 4 or 5 bedroom house. And you wonder, in a country where the average income, yearly income, is like less than $2,000, and the average GDP per capita is less than $10,000. Who can afford these houses? This is one fruit in Southeast Asia that I just can't get myself to enjoy. This is known as durian. Savadi, I need durian. Durian Thailand.
1 กิโล 99,000 กีบ
99,000. So 99,000 for a kilo, which is about like $5 almost for a kilo of durian. It's a pretty expensive fruit relatively. Thank you. You can smell it from a mile away, man. It's so pungent. You know, as I walk around Vientiane, one thing I notice is there's no like really tall buildings. Anytime you see a tall building, it really sticks out like a sore thumb, like this one. But really, there's like it's not too many like there's no skyscrapers or anything like that. Also, it's very I kind of like it, to be honest with you, but it definitely doesn't resemble other cities in Southeast Asia, other capital cities. I'm now walking along the Mekong River, guys. This right here is the Mekong River, and it's the only body of water that Laos really has to trade. I mean, they don't, as I mentioned, they're the only landlocked country in Southeast Asia. So this Mekong River is very, very vital for the country's survival as far as trade and being able to move goods back and forth through other places. Alright guys, now I'm gonna enter a little villa complex here. So it's usually when people build nice houses, they build like these little complexes where you can enter. Now the question is the security guard going to let me in? That is the major question. Let's see. You can see this is how the rich live here. Spidey, can I just walk? Huh? Yeah. No problem. Just want to see. Just want to see.
No.
No? Okay. Okay. Hope die. Okay. All right. So they're not letting me in. I figured that would be the case. That's, you know, the rich, they don't like you coming into their places, you know. That's just how it is. But you can see there's some really beautiful houses as you walk along here, right along the Mekong River. Unfortunately, I won't be able to show you guys because they just won't let me in. But I wonder who lives here. There's a reason they don't let us in, you know? Just an example. Here's a house. You can see people are checking it out. Looks like nobody really lives in them. You see? Looks like people are checking out the houses. I'm guessing it's a lot of Chinese investment, but hey, maybe I'm wrong. But anywho guys, I hope this gives you an idea of how the wealthy live in one of the poorest countries in Southeast Asia. This is the area in Vientiane, Laos, where you can come and see some wealth. Just wanted to show you a different side of Laos that maybe you don't normally see on vlogs. But stay tuned, got more videos coming soon from Laos, and make sure you hit the subscribe button if you haven't yet. Remember, continue to learn, continue to grow, and there is no growth until you leave your comfort zone. Guys, I am burning up in this sun. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.